Hey guys, Joanne here with Newegg TV. I'm here to do an overview on this Fractal Node 304 Mini-ITX computer case. And this case is also compatible with DTX motherboards. And this is the white version that I'll be going over, but it's also available in black in case you're interested. This case comes in a steel body, and you get an aluminum front panel. Got a very simple design to it, very sleek and elegant, very nice. I like it. And it measures 9.8 inches wide, 8.2 inches tall, and 14.7 inches deep. Up at the front, you get this LED here at the bottom and the Fractal Design logo. And let's just go over the ports real quick before I remove the front panel. So here's your power button, 2 USB 3.0 ports, your headphone and microphone jacks. Now let me just go ahead and pull from the bottom. Very easy to remove, but do be careful because the cables are still connected to the ports. Now, up here, the top edge, you can see that there's some ventilation, so you get some airflow. And here are your two included 92 millimeter fans. You also have the option to include two 80 millimeter fans as well, but a little more detail about the fans. These are Silent Series R2 fans, and you get 1300 RPM. The fan filter here is also removable. Pinch the two sides here, and it'll come right off. There it is. So here is a closer look at your fans with the white blades. These are your intake fans, and these are the mounts for the 80 millimeter fans. Now let me just replace this so I can go ahead and show you the rest of the case. So here on this side, you get some mesh ventilation as well as a dust filter on the other side to help cool your graphics card area. On the rear, you get a pre-installed 140 millimeter fan. It is also a Silent Series R2 fan with 1000 RPM. And you have mounting points for a 120 millimeter fan if that's the size you prefer to go for. And over here, you get high, medium, low. This is a fan speed controller switch right here. Below that, two expansion slots. Knockout for your input-output shield for your motherboard, and here's the power port for your power supply. There's a cable that runs through in there because the power supply actually sits here. And you get some mesh ventilation for where the power supply sits as well. Now let me flip this case. There's nothing on the top, but let's go to the bottom, shall we? Alrighty. Here, down on the bottom, you also get some space here for air to go through, and you get a removable dust filter for where your power supply sits. Also honeycomb ventilation, and you get some raised rubberized feet here to help reduce vibration and get some airflow down here at the bottom. So let me flip this case back to its starting point, like this. It is a lot heavier because, once again, weird angle. All right, so in order to remove the shroud here, just take off these 4 thumb screws. Very simple, comes off very easily. You just have to slide and lift. So here we are, and ta-da! Here's a closer look at the dust filter here for where your graphics cards go. Now, let me just tilt it this way. There we are. So, actually, which side would be better? Well, let's start here. Here is another look at your rear exhaust. This is the 140 millimeter fan. And this is where you will mount your motherboard in this area. And these are your 3 drive brackets to install either 3.5 or 2.5 inch drives. You install 2 in each for a total of 6 drives, which is a lot. I'm going to go ahead and flip it over this way. There we are. This is where your power supply goes, and the cable for the power supply. I'm just going to go ahead and unbind this for the front panel connectors. Alrighty, let's see what we get. So this is the power supply cable. And right here, since there's no reset button, you will only get LED and power connectors, and also audio connector, and of course the 20-pin USB 3.0 header. I believe that is all of these connectors, yes. And here is the 3-pin connector for your front 92mm fan. There is another one right here. And for your 140mm fan, there's also a 3-pin connector. Now in this area here, geez, I just have to keep flipping. This is where your fan speed controller switches. You have 3 fan headers, so you can go ahead and plug all 3 of the case fans into these headers, and this Molex powers the fan speed controller. So let's take a closer look at the drive brackets. There are, actually I have to flip it this way so you can see it better. There's a Phillips head screw here and 2 thumb screws that you have to remove in order to install the bracket. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove the thumb screws. Actually, if you give me a moment, I need a screwdriver because of the Phillips head. As you can see, there's no optical drive bay anywhere in the case, as that helps save space. And here I've removed the 3 screws for the drive bracket, so I'm gonna go ahead and take that out. So you get mounting points for 2 2.5 drives as well as 2 3.5 drives. I'm gonna go ahead and put this back here. Oh, and you also get these rubber pads here to help reduce vibration. Now, before I go over the clearance, I want to quickly go over the accessories. So in this bundle, oh, rubber band too, nice. In this bundle, what do you get? You get a packet of your various mounting screws, and you also get a couple or several zip ties, and of course motherboard standoffs and other mounting hardware. And of course, no product is complete without its user manual. I'll give you an exploded view of the case, as well as installation instructions. And they also include a support section, so you can contact them if you have a faulty product. And finally, let's go over the clearance. So for video cards, you can install one up to 310 millimeters long or 12.2 inches, whichever conversion you use. And for the power supply, you get a clearance of up to 160 millimeters long or 6.2 inches. And finally, the CPU cooler height, you get a clearance of 165 millimeters tall or 6.4 inches. That wraps up our overview on this Fractal Node 304 Mini-ITX computer case. I'm Joanne, and if you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe to our Newegg YouTube channel. Thanks for watching Newegg TV, and we'll see you next time.